Hello and welcome to another installment of the Laughing Place Video News Update. I'm Becca Burbank, here to bring you the latest Disney parks, movies, TV news, and more for the week of January 31st, 2019. To kick things off this week, we're traveling all the way to Shanghai Disneyland, where a new Zootopia-themed land has just been announced for the park. According to Disney, the land will feature a new major attraction, along with entertainment, merchandise, food, and beverages. This is actually the second expansion Shanghai Disneyland has seen since opening in 2016, as Toy Story Land debuted last year. If you're ready to try everything and book a trip to Shanghai, you may want to wait for a few years, as construction on the Zootopia land won't even begin until later in 2019. Not by coincidence, this week the park also announced its first ever annual pass offerings, with a top-tier any-day pass costing 3,299 yuan, or about $492. Next, we head to Walt Disney World, where Maleficent made her return to Magic Kingdom's Festival of Fantasy Parade after an 8-month absence. You may recall that the famous dragon float suffered a bit of a mishap back in May of last year, catching fire during one performance. The updated version reportedly has additional safety features just in case, but still features a steampunk style and continues to breathe fire. With the star villain back in the mix, it's safe to say that the 3 o'clock parade is gonna be lit. While we're talking Sleeping Beauty, as we've previously reported, Sleeping Beauty Castle at Disneyland Park is currently undergoing a refurbishment. However, this week we got more details about what to expect from the project, with the OC Register noting that the castle will be painted darker on the bottom and gradually lighter on the top to make it appear taller. Additionally, we learned that this enhancement is just one part of what the resort is calling Project Stardust, intended to improve guest flow through the park in anticipation of Galaxy's Edge crowds. Some previous projects that fall under this umbrella include new queue areas for Dumbo and Matterhorn, the opening of Tropical Hideaway, the removal of some planters, and other changes we've seen in recent months. Also at Disneyland, Mickey's Soundsational Parade returned to the park last Friday as part of the Get Your Ears On celebration. This high-energy parade now features a couple of new floats honoring Mickey's 90th birthday, which was actually last November. Currently, there's no announced end date for the parade's run, but if you're worried you won't be able to catch it, you can of course check out the full video right here on our YouTube channel. Across the Esplanade from Disneyland, last weekend, Disney California Adventure kicked off its annual Lunar New Year celebration. Like with previous installments, this year's event brings special entertainment and food to the park. Plus, joining the popular Mulan's Lunar New Year procession for the Year of the Pig are, appropriately enough, the 3 little pigs, Fiddler, Pfeiffer, and Practical. And if you didn't know that those were their names, well, now you know where the Starbucks location on Buena Vista Street got its moniker. One attraction you will no longer find at California Adventure is Heimlich Chew-Chew Train. The beloved ride closed last year to make way for a new Marvel land, but it looks like one of the ride vehicles has found a new home. Last Wednesday, Lee Unkrich, who recently announced his impending departure from Pixar, shared a photo of Heimlich arriving at Pixar Studios in Emeryville, California. Perhaps this change of scenery will allow the lovable caterpillar to finally become a butterfly. Rounding out our Disney Parks news, this week we finally got confirmation that Napa Rose at Disney's Grand Californian would indeed be introducing a new character breakfast. Disney Princess Breakfast Adventures will officially begin on March 30th and will be offered Thursday through Monday. Attending guests will not only enjoy a 3-course meal, but will also get to interact with various Disney princesses and hear about the moments they felt empowered to be their true selves. The cost for this character dining experience is $125 per person, but does include 5 hours of complimentary valet parking at the hotel. Switching over to some movie news, following its big Best Picture Oscar nomination last week, this week it was announced that Marvel's Black Panther would return to select AMC theaters to kick off Black History Month. Showings of the film will be offered from February 1st through the 7th and will be free of charge. However, you'll want to visit AMC's website to see if your local theater is one of the 250 that are participating. Meanwhile, another big return was confirmed this week as we got our first official look at Bo Peep as she'll appear in this summer's Toy Story 4. Wielding her staff and donning a cape, Bo looks a bit different from the last time we saw her on screen, but we're hyped for this new incarnation of the character. Toy Story 4 hits theaters this June, but Disney just announced that a new sneak peek of the film would air after the big game this Sunday. If you're a Hulu subscriber, we may have some good news for you, as the streaming service announced that it would actually be cutting the price of its basic tier service from $7.99 to $5.99 a month starting February 26th. That said, the price of their ad-free tier will remain the same, while their live TV bundle will increase to $44.99 a month. Not only do these changes occur right after competitor Netflix announced a round of price increases, but also arrives as Disney is expected to gain a controlling stake of Hulu once their acquisition of 21st Century Fox assets is complete. Finally this week, in TV news, fans got a first look at the 6th season of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The show is set to return this summer and has already been renewed for a 7th season as well. Spoiler alert! Fitting this week's theme, the trailer for the upcoming season seems to feature yet another somewhat unexpected return. Man, that guy just can't be killed. And that will do it for this week's Laughing Place news update for January 31st, 2019. For more news, opinions, and video from around the world of Disney, be sure to like, subscribe, and visit laughingplace.com. Bye-bye!